So I should mention that I'm a teacher, and I did my first cycle while I was working. And while you're in treatment, you're going to the clinic every morning or every second morning to get monitored. And it was really difficult because I'd have to go there and then I'd have to rush to work, and I would be late for work a lot of times. And I wasn't telling anybody that we were going through this. I had a very select group of people at work that I had told through necessity because I needed to have someone cover my class for.
Like a person in management, quote unquote, that you trusted.
Yeah. And so I was lucky in that I had like my prep the first period of the day. So I often didn't like miss out on any of the
actual teaching,
but I would miss my prep time. So then I would be staying late after work to get stuff ready. It was just really, really stressful. The doctor said that probably had something to do with our cycle, and that stress definitely affects your body when you're going through this. So we opted to wait until the summer to try again. Our doctor changed our protocol, and I was off work. I could just focus on just this and not stress about having to get to and from work and everything that goes along with it. So we went through cycle number 2 in July.
Yeah.
Right?
And this was like a surprise kind of last minute thing because we were going to do it.
Yeah. So we were already signed up. We were like ready to go.
Yeah.
And then I got a call in like at the end of May, beginning of June-ish, I think. I don't really remember exactly. From the clinic saying that our name came up on the funding list. And so we didn't have to pay for this cycle.
Yeah.
We were already like in the queue. So we didn't have to like start from scratch. We just got our deposit refunded, and we didn't have to pay for the cycle, which was also another huge relief.
De-stressor,
yeah. And I should also say that the first time we went through it, we talked to, like, our family knew. We talked to like some of our really close friends knew. The second time, I was like, I don't want to tell anybody because I can't deal with the disappointment of it not working and then having to tell them it didn't work.
Yeah.
So it was just us. And I actually found that a lot better, a lot less stressful for me. Nobody knew until after it was all said and done. And even then, the only people who knew were my parents.
Yeah.
And only because they asked me directly, and I'm the world's worst liar, and I couldn't lie.
Which is fine.
Yeah.
That's not a bad trait.
No, but that's why they found out. Anyway, so we went through the cycle, and this time it worked.
Yes.
I was pregnant. And I think we're going to...
This was what? July of 2017.
Mm-hmm. So I think...
So at this point we need to pause the video.
Yeah.
Okay. This is new, but if we're like 100 videos into this would be like a smash cut.
So we're back. Sorry about that temporary interruption. But I think somebody's ears were burning.
Someone woke up from their nap?
Yeah. So, as you can see, and like we said, attempt 2 of IVF was a success. And our daughter was born in April of 2018.
And that whole part we skipped there will be a story for another time.
Yeah. We'll definitely get into it in more detail. But that's basically the gist of our story so far. It's had some amazing highs and horrible, horrible lows. And
so we want to document that.
Yeah.
Because we're looking to start things up again in the whole baby making process.
So this is Evelina, Evie, as we call her. And she's 10 months old.
Yeah, which is crazy.
Which is crazy that she's 10 months old. And so, like we mentioned, it takes forever to do anything. And so we're kind of jumping back into things, not entirely sure. She's making all kinds of noise.
We're sure of that.
We're not sure when we're going to be doing things exactly. But that's part of the reason why we wanted to do this. We want to document, okay.
Ted.
We want to document things so we can remember, because we don't remember everything in detail.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah. And we want to remember, we want to have it documented for us. We want to also just document our life, our family life. It's not like the bulk of this is going to be fertility related, but it's also just going to be kind of like if we're doing something cool, if we're doing a fun activity, we want to have stuff recorded. And the sort of second part of why we want to do this is because when we were going through everything, I got a lot of comfort from watching other YouTubers who were dealing with infertility and struggling with that, and really
even still I watch and I get and I feel comfort, but what I found was that there was nobody out there really who was going through what we were going through specifically, because it's so rare. But I know there are others out there, so I thought I'd love to be able to document our journey, but also be a source of comfort for anyone else that is dealing with infertility, and specifically cystic fibrosis and infertility. Yeah, because I know there are couples out there that are even worse off than we are. Like I'm very lucky in that this was the first. Like, it was very difficult for us, but I'm lucky in that this was kind of the first I'd even heard of it. So I don't have any other symptoms. I don't have any other things other than this yearly trip to the hospital.
Cystic fibrosis you're talking about.
Yeah. Other than the fact that we need to do IVF, which is very challenging, and this yearly visit to the hospital. Like, basically, once we decide we're done our family, this goes away, and actually kind of like it just becomes,
that's the hope,
like you said earlier, a free vasectomy. Like it's very challenging right now, but I'm curious what it's going to be like after.
So if you're interested in our journey, follow along, and we're excited to see where this goes.
Yeah.
Say see you next time, Evie.
Say bye.
Say bye-bye. See you next time.